Now, you're watching Wave 3 News Listens Live
And it is a celebration.
with your host, John Ramsey.
And welcome into the Monday edition of Wave 3 Listens Live. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. We got a jam-packed show today. Let's take a look at the rundown. Here we go. The Physician Center for Beauty is going to get you ready for Derby. That's right. And for spring break, you're going to look like the very best version of yourself. Panama City Beach wants to make sure that you know that Panama City Beach is beautiful. They are back. And also Kaufman and Stigger Injury Lawyers. They are giving out the Alberta C Kaufman Scholarship. So, if you have a son or a daughter who is getting ready to attend college, then you want to know all about scholarship money. Those dollars count, and Kaufman and Stigger have been nice enough to step up and help you out a little bit. Make sure you don't reach too far into the pocketbook. With me now is I have Marshall Kaufman. Welcome back to the show,
John.
Mr. Kaufman.
Thanks.
And Marshall Kaufman Sr. Mr. Kaufman, it's been a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for coming on.
It's been a pleasure to meet you also.
All right, now let's talk a little bit about the Alberta C Kaufman Scholarship. So, I have kiddos who went to college. I could use a little extra money. This is a fantastic idea, and it's in honor of a very special woman. And Mr. Kaufman, that is your wife, and Alberta.
And I'm very proud of it.
As you should be, yeah. Tell me a little bit about Alberta, if you would.
Well, she was from Hazard, Kentucky. She came, after graduation, she came to Louisville to go to secretarial school. And I met her on a blind date, and I've been blinded ever since. Oh,
that's fantastic. So you met her on a blind date. This was an extraordinary woman. How long did it take for you to know, I'm going to marry this woman? Was it pretty quick? Was it love at first sight?
Absolutely.
Oh,
we were together continually, practically every day for the rest of our lives.
Wow, that is beautiful. What would Alberta think if she were with us today? There she is. Boy, she is a beautiful woman. Okay, love at first sight. I think she loves you too. That's a great picture. So, what would she think? I'm looking at these pictures and the very movie, this beautiful family. What would she think about this scholarship in her honor?
She would be very pleased and honored, no question about it. And she would be excited. And probably more excited than I am, but I'm excited also.
You should be excited. I'm excited for you. Okay, so Marshall, you're the chip off the old block here, named after your father.
I wish I was.
Really?
I try to live up to it, but it's a high standard.
Well,
my dad's an exceptional man.
I think you've met that standard. Both of you, I can tell, are gentlemen. Of course, the name in the community is absolutely golden. So, if you would, how did you come up with the idea about this scholarship in honor of your mother?
Well, Kara and I, along with Linda Brumleve, our marketing director, Linda brought up the idea of this scholarship, and Kara and I thought it was a great idea several years ago. And we started out with one in my mom's honor, the Alberta Kaufman Scholarship, and then we decided after that to do one in honor of her father, a veteran scholarship. And I would also like to say my dad was a Marine during World War II, so that kind of makes me feel good for also us to have one for veterans' children or veterans themselves to be able to get some help when they further their education.
Yeah, well, thank you for your service, Mr. Kaufman.
Thank you.
And if you would, you can relate to this because you put some kids through college. Tell me a little bit about, hey, wouldn't you have liked to have had a couple of $1,000s to help your son get through law school? What do you think?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But I went to law school on the GI Bill.
Fantastic. Well, and well-deserved. Okay, so for those who would like to find out if they qualify for this, tell me about some of the prerequisites for qualification and how they can apply.
Well, what this is for is any high school senior or any person currently in a 2- or 4-year college. You have to have a 3-point grade average, and what you do, you can go to our website, getthetiger.com, and there's instructions on how to apply. You fill out a short essay, and one of the great things about this, John, is Kara and I get the opportunity to read these essays from these young people and some older people that may be going to college later in life. And it's really very humbling to see these people's thirst for knowledge and wanting to further their life and to continue their education. So it's a small part we do to try and help them do that.
And I appreciate Kaufman and Stigger Injury Lawyers because they are giving back to the community, and in education it's certainly fitting. Before I let you go, Mr. Kaufman, I wanted to ask you, tell me something a little bit about Alberta that maybe people don't know. Something maybe perhaps that you really miss about her.
Everything.
Okay. You know what?
But no. I miss her. Well, she was very involved in her children as I was, interested in their education. She was the president of the PTA Association, and also she was Volunteer of the Year one year for working with autistic children.
Oh, fantastic. And you already told me, you said you were very proud of your son.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alberta, I bet she was really proud of her son, too.
She bursted her buttons.
as she should. Okay, once again, Kaufman and Stigger Injury Lawyers. Put the information up on the screen. And again, if you would like to apply for the scholarship, go to their website. There's a couple of prerequisites. Believe me, you probably qualify. And by the way, good luck in furthering your education for your son or your daughter, courtesy of Kaufman and Stigger Injury Lawyers. We'll be right back on Wave 3 Listens.